Oh, what? Hello, everybody! What's this? It's an Invictwitch session! Ah! Unfortunately, Plucky looks really unimpressed. Might have to cancel today's session.
Hey, I am tweeting out that we're live, folks. That's right. Plucky with the support and chat interface. You lucky folks get to speak to me in chat. Maybe
Yeah.
you're looking forward to that, right? Wow, that's your bonus prize.
Chat
Not
bot.
Yeah. Yeah, folks.
So, I have decided for the other game that I'm running, Dynast Blood, that I'm going to actually start making some aura symbols to help keep track of what aura certain Dragon Bloods are in. That only is relevant to you, Cal.
Yay.
Hello, Live Hype, or something. I don't know. I like the music. Hello, Commander Root and Electrical Skateboard and Shout Gamers.
Oh wow, we've got regulars. I feel very special. Thanks, guys. We appreciate you tuning in. Alright, are we ready? Are we hyped? We've got 2 days to burn to catch up to everyone else.
I'm down.
Now,
I can set fire to days.
Always on fire.
for the benefit of our kapow, Plucky Hero is now hosting us. That is way off center. I'm gonna have to fix that up.
For those, for the benefit of those that, and then you ended the sentence with kapow, like, what's going on?
For the benefit of those who are our regulars, who were here when we were trying to do this bonus session last time, and I unfortunately got very, very sick, and I was unable to continue. We didn't have Kel with us at the time, and so I figured I'd take the opportunity to just go back. We're going to do a bit of a retcon. That episode is wiped off from continuity. Now I'm not sick and can actually run properly. And we have Kel with us.
Hi, everybody.
So-
I know you missed me.
So, for the benefit of those who are watching now, let's give them a little bit of a recap. Coming home. At least, Jonathan is coming home. Going back to Kaldor after the events at the Tydeus estate. Kalis carries with him a single blossom that he's told he can use to summon the treants whenever he need them. Jonathan is coming back much more confident in his role. After another rousing speech and performance by Kalis Kodan, Jonathan has finally stepped up into the hole his father has left behind for him and taken the initiative to speak to his people. To speak to them loudly and proudly and explain to them that whatever it is that the nobles think that Sagacious Hand has done, he does not believe it. Sagacious Hand has recently discovered that he might not be crazy after all. His waking shadow revealing himself to everyone to defend them in a moment of desperation. A golden ring burning on his brow, marking him somehow different to Hand and not an exact duplicate. The group have been harassed by Jonas Auric, throwing obelisks scribed with "Go to hell, demon," and such profanities on them in answer to Sagacious Hand's call. Jirala has discovered that thousands of suits of realm armor used in one of the recent performances have gone missing. And they cannot be accounted for. And it's as the group are gathering at the gates of Kaldor proper, on the dawn of the second day. The mists have receded. King Alexander Marcus has retreated from the parapets from his perch watching them. And they are free to enter the city. There's a lot they have to cover. Their friends are still in the underworld, doing whatever it is they need to do, leaving these three here to try and sort out this situation, or at least plug the hole in the dam long enough for everyone to regroup. There's questions of evidence, there's questions of murder, of solicitude with the darker forces of the world. And it is this they have to answer for, or find answer for, on today's session. Hey, Les?
So are we rolling back to before we enter in the castle and have the picnic and festival? Just so I'm...
Yes.
Okay.
I explained this prior to starting.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure for clarification, so
Yes.
I didn't have the conversation with Wyatt. Cool.
No,
Okay, got
that
it.
hasn't happened
I
yet.
don't know the king has quail for breakfast. Are we still bringing a crowd of people for a festival, or have we not got to that point as well? I'm a little bit confused timeline-wise. It's been like quite a while.
Yeah, we spoke to. I was speaking to Ilva, who is in charge of of staff and performances and management, and she informed us that they have been pretty much working all the way through the night and all of yesterday, fixing up the town. So I said, yeah, okay, guys, it is definitely time for a break. So based on her recommendations of who's on shift and who's not, it's time for them to have a break, and we're going to organise a picnic, everyone grabbing the blankets and the sheets and moving their way up to the castle with food, and so it's their day off, because I'm pretty sure that armor's going to come back. So let's give them a little bit of a break before they need to fight what we just fought last night.
I like food, and this is good, huh? God, that was a terrible Kalis accent. What the hell is that, folks? Yeah, so Kel's with us, though, so I'm excited for that. JP hype.
So, what's the plan? What are we doing?
We should probably head to the castle.
Yeah, we'll find out what the men from the cells, the new guards, if they have found any new information overnight.
We also have to solve the issue with the king.
Jonathan, how long do you think it will take to complete the ritual that we're suggesting? Like, do you know what time you need to do it? Does it have to be at night? Do you think the more people involved, the better, as Kalis has suggested, that we group your neighbors to be part of this ritual to show that solidarity and balance within the kingdom?
Yes. I I've gotten a good idea of what I think needs to happen. It shouldn't take me more than a day to gather what I need. I could do the ritual tonight on my own, but if you felt that a larger performance was necessary, then we could do that as well.
Does it need to be done at night? Can it
No.
happen in the day?
It can happen at any time.
What are you expecting is going to happen? Like, tell us what you need. I'm pretty sure we can speed that up in.
Just careful with the plug going into your computer there, Faye.
Sorry.
No, that's right. I already have most of what I need. I just need to decipher this rune. Just in case there's anything I've missed.
Okay.
Looks down to the little
What
bundle.
was in that vial?
Sorry?
What was in that vial? Arthur Shasta said there was a whole heap of like a chemistry set in your room, and alchemical reagents and something brewing. What was that?
You really have gone through my entire room, haven't you? I was attempting to make my own tent.
Sorry, what was that?
Just attempting to make my own tent.
Oh,
What?
I think he wanted to smell like attractive beast to find other mates.
Oh!
I've had complaints about the cologne, and I thought that I could try something else. Couldn't be any worse, surely.
Do you remember what you said to me in the throne room? You know, before you threw the rune of hate at me. The verbal assault on what I wear?
Yes, I do.
Yeah? This, and he points to having himself recently had a bath, so he is fresh and relatively clean shaven. One sec. No, darling. And the brand new outfit, the bling already dialed up to it's not night yet, so we're dialed at 10, not full 11.
Mhm.
He's like, this is what you do with your cologne. Just
Sometimes in these things, young Jonathan, less is more.
Okay. you've made your
Unless
point.
we're talking about food, in which case more is more, and that is better.
okay. Shake of the hair. Game face on. Let's see what we can find. And I guess we head up to the castle. Knowing that, it doesn't need to happen at night time, but he needs a while to gather reagents. Is there anything else anyone else wanted to do?
Sagacious Hand, just to go over it. We need to reunite the Phoebus and Lady Tyader. Is that the plan? Need to take the soul and free it and find a place for it.
I think if we can unite all of the Tidea family, that energy mixed with what's left of Formica might be able to give them a god back, as opposed to having her final sacrifice be to make an exigence. That seemed to me like an act of desperation rather than an actual desire, especially considering what we now know of Jonathan's father. We're going to have to talk to the king with no actual evidence other than what we've seen. If we want to complete this ritual using other people, then I'm going to have to clear my name, because I don't know how anyone will trust me to do anything.
There's the matter of the poisoning.
Yeah, one person poisoned, though, according to Arthur Shasta, he poisoned himself. There's... Okay, we keep saying dead body.
We should
Parts.
probably
They found parts.
We should probably take a look at...
I've lost video for Plucky, so I'm just going to disconnect and quickly reconnect.
I think this is one of the downsides to streaming at a reasonable hour for Plucky when he should reasonably be awake, is that everyone else is awake and using the internet in his area, and so it tends to bog down and become a bit choppy.
Thanks, Plucky.
There we go. Got you back.
Yeah, sure, blame me. Oh, God, where's my accent gone, folks? I feel like, am I even close to Kalis at the moment? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know.
Well, you've very heavily drifted away from the the African accent you were going for originally, so I guess.
Oh, hey, I see you all in Skype. Yay.
Hey!
Nice. I'm also like, we don't know that people are after us now, do we? Like, we don't know.
Not
we didn't have to
no.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Kel? If you don't mind me asking.
All right. So just to double check, as far as with that little retcon goes, you still had Tarala just working around with the Excelsior at this point. She's not. Is she not with you, or did you reckon that she was coming with?
I assumed you were with us. Like,
you're going with them.
Again, perfect. Like I said, I was going to chime in. I didn't want to interrupt what the chat at that point.
Okay.
I was like, yeah. Tarala is honestly going to be like, I kind of want to see what's going on, because I've been, well, out cold for a day. I don't know half of what's been going on. See what everybody's talking about. Like, why? What?
What do you plan to do about your uncle?
I'm kind of hoping at some point we can have a chat, but right now I'm not looking forward to that chat. I'm not. Hopefully he realizes that he's getting close to the city, and throwing stones at it will possibly constitute an act of war, and won't be doing that to us while we're in the area. I really hope. He seems to be a lot smart about things like that, but again, sometimes we go a little deep into our passions, but
I didn't really invite him politely to join us, did I?
No, but
He probably wasn't trying to kill you. He seemed very happy at finding out you were alive.
I mean, that's possible. There's always the concept that in adventure stories, have you heard of what's known as the Deadly Decadent Court?
Kalis is just like, is that to do with birds?
No.
No, I have not heard of it.
It's simply everybody sort of wears masks and hides their true intentions when it comes to, well, kings and kings, princes, queens. It's honestly something I don't like, but even when my father was king, he had to play that role as well. But yeah, I was kind of hoping not to have to do that for a change. So anyway, like I said, I'm hoping to have a chat with him, possibly after we've resolved these things, because that way I'm not splitting my worries between what's going to happen to Kaldor, can we protect it, and all right, what's going on with family times.
Jade Phoenix, you must not wear a mask all the time with me. You must feel free to be yourself. It would be otherwise very exhausting.
She actually gives a smile and does one of those. Kind of gives him a quick hug. He's like, Kalis, just so you know, I never wear a mask with you.
That is good. Otherwise, I'd get awfully confused now of where we stand.
For the record, even if I know it's a low thing, even if he were to attempt to see that, like, there's no guile in that. It's very true. She very much trusts Kalis, and it's like, yeah, I will. I'm not gonna play the games or anything. It's just gonna be.
I think
it's refreshing for her.
Yeah, like playing the game against Kalis is kind of like one-sided. It's like playing Go Fish against yourself. It's just like I'm just gonna take everything you say on face value. Yes, you convinced me.
During this conversation, Sagacious Hand is going to be going through the bookshelves and picking up anything that he can regarding like things that might help Jonathan with his research, but also any books like the folklore, that like the collections of tales that he has of performances, anything regarding the anathema and that circle, because that's different. So I'd like to see if I can find any information on that.
For the viewers and Kel, Kalis has made a makeshift backpack bookcase and is carrying it on the back so Sagacious Hand can have a mobile library to do the research as we progress through the city. So, yeah.
This is wonderful, and I approve.
Why?
So
yeah, would you like me to do a roll, Elk? I'd like to see if I find any information on that.
Yes.
The marks of anathema.
Yes. And what kind of books and knowledge do you have, though? Like,
anything related to folklore and stories?
okay. Int plus law.
Okay.
Int. What am I playing? Dungeons and Dragons? Intelligence. Sorry, my chest squeaks.
Is that in a -4?
Wound penalty?
Yeah. Does it affect my mind or just
It affects
physical action?
everything.
Damn.
That pounding headache you're feeling? Really distracting.
Okay. Let me just check my willpower before I roll. Yep, I'm going to spend a willpower to ensure I don't botch. And that is 2 successes.
Alright, well, according to the lore stories, I mean, everyone knows pretty much anyone who's read or heard any story knows something of the anathema, the demons who stole the Mighty Sun's power and possess mortal people and drive them to unspeakable acts of evil. You do know that there are different types of demons, but exactly what those types are and how they can be easily identified is not information that you have.
Okay. All right.
You do know that Sarah apparently has had much training in the ins and outs of anathema as well. So at your next opportune moment, you could ask her for more information. Zarala.
I would also point out, Hand probably also knows that Tarala is, once again, a very big Realm adventure story geek, and while it would be a little bit of, probably be a little bit of heretical stuff in the books, nothing that would get you, censured, because it's meant to be the type for the common folk to read and be like, wow, the dragons are cool and everything. But she might be able to help out with this.
Yeah. All right. Well, at least for now, with a pounding headache, having a quick look, nothing immediately. Has he gone back to being in the shadows?
No one seems to react to Shadow's presence currently.
Like, can we see him?
Hand can, but Hand can always see him, sort of.
Importantly, can we remember him?
Okay, so none of you remember him, except for Sagacious Hand, none of you remember him prior to when he revealed himself on the carriage.
Got it. Like, so, I was just trying to... I haven't made a stealth supernal that used that charm yet, so I was like... I haven't read as deep into the vagaries of it.
It's pretty heavy. It's like, as long as it has those modes committed, you just... No. And it's retroactive too. It's like if a Nightcast with Stealth Supernal somehow is in court, and they're like, aha, we have a witness you didn't know about. He goes, oh, well, I'll just retroactively hide from everyone's memories.
Yeah, it's a... God, I love that. I love that. Like, it's the non-combat stuff for Solars that actually gets kind of really flavorful.
Yeah.
Or, when you can dodge so well, you can temporarily dodge an attack that already hit you and wounded you.
There's that, and there's also the ones where you can dodge so well, you're actually chuftier with some more health levels.
All right.
Did the Houses of Knowledge tell you anything, Flund?
Sagacious Hand rubs his head, like, not at the moment. I'm holding up a-okay, but that window was not a short drop. Not feeling great.
Do you need to rest?
Yeah, for like 2 weeks, but we haven't got that time, so...
As you say to me, showbiz waits for no one. Put down that chicken and let's get to it.
He's become a lot deeper this time around. That's the main difference there.
Okay, I'll tell it back. We should find those. We should definitely go. Are we outside the castle now? Are we like in the foyer? Where we managed to get to?
This was occurring as you're going up the front. So like, did you?
Nice.
We were just covering the events that were taking place on your way up. So unless there's anything else anyone wants to do or establish before you get to the castle.
Anybody?
Nothing that I can think to establish other than I would like to speak to those guards before we speak to the king. So maybe we have some more information there. So we've got Jonathan with us. We've got is Righteous Lotus with us?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the other random 2 guards, right?
Yes.
Lance and unnamed person. Wedge.
No,
it was
Biggs.
Wedge.
Lance
Biggs,
and
oh,
Wedge.
Lance and Wedge.
We just need a Biggs.
I'll find some
Yeah.
way to get it in there.
What about a Jesse?
Can I make an instill friendship roll with these guys?
If you like.
Like, as we've been... Yeah. So... Sorry, got it. Yeah, because we've spent it, like, on the way there, we've been spending, like, a day with them. They've been around and, you know, I've protected them from a whole bunch of things, like, may or may not have, like, revealed ourselves as anathema. Like, we weren't very... I wasn't really...
We?
Or me. So yeah, I just realized that, wait, there were 2 other NPCs.
Yes.
What you gonna do? So I'm just gonna find the dice roller and roll some friendship there.
As Faye's rolling,
It's magic.
Phoenix, before all the disaster and trees and ruins of hate, how was the party?
It was... Well, we tried to make the actual party itself, the dancing and everything was quite lovely. It was very much. Yes, you've accompanied us to some where we've been in the noble courts of the soirees and everything.
Yes.
Dancing, merriment, and then that was when and she actually does the air quotes thing. The game began.
Did you find anybody you like? Any nice people catch your eye?
There was a young noble I wouldn't mind talking to. I feel like I kind of snubbed him in trying to keep my uncle from collapsing a castle on everybody. Because at this point, I don't know what he's going to do.
What are they doing? Okay, cool. Sorry, that's my kid's making a lot of noise out there. I need to.
Do you want to take a beat and check it out, and we'll hold the fort for you?
I'll just be 2 minutes.
No problem. Yeah.
Here, that's.
I rolled a 2 for when Elle gets back, so
Nice.
I am not on my game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit hard to focus.
I was looking at. Yeah, I was looking at that. It's like, that is almost a double botch. Whew, thank goodness for that 10. So, oh gosh, folks, I'm like very tired at the moment. It's been a busy week for me, so Kayla's voice is going to be just drifting. We're just going to have to accept it. But, so Geisha's hand, you hear, what Jade said?
Yes. He starts listing off the people from the party that he knows. It's like, look, I came in at the end. Everything was a bit of a blur. I really don't know who was there and who was not, but I know we need to speak to Lord Wyatt. Make sure that he's okay after that heartrending incident.
Yeah,
I would also. We should also talk to the tribe of the person that we have been claimed to have killed. We should probably smooth things over, and I would like to pay my respects. At the very least, I also feel very bad about missing. Jonathan, what were the names of the people of your tribe that are coming of age. I feel very bad I missed that ceremony. Perhaps I could apologize to them.
Give me a moment and I'll bring it up.
Oh, I've just lost Kel's video.
So have I.
He just slammed the phone down. He's like, I'm out of here. Kel, are you still here? Kel? Discord?
Uh-oh.
Tar? JP? JP?
JP!
JP! Do you get what I was referencing?
I
Yes.
don't.
Yes. Elk did. Nice. Totally. What's happening, folks? The world's gone topsy-turvy.
It's crazy.
Like,
what is...
Plucky's making references. What's going on?
This is what we get for trying to accommodate for you, Plucky. This is what we get.
Could you move your camera slightly that way, please?
Oh, hang on,
Who,
sorry.
me?
Yep,
The camera you see in Skype is different to the camera I'm actually using to record.
Yeah.
So, just for you folks at home, if Cal was probably disconnected. I hope they're okay. Maybe they're there. Hopefully they'll be back soon.
Obviously, we don't know because there's not even voice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I kind of imagine, like, now that Kalis has found out that JP's kind of like seen somebody that likes, I feel like he'd be like at this moment joking with Scacious Hand. Oh, they grew up so fast, and look, things are dear to you. You know what? That like sort of friendly banter. I feel that's the kind of relationship he has with JP and Scacious Hand. It's good. Oh gosh.
Arisea and Nymphea are their names.
Cool.
That is the wrong window. While we're
So,
waiting for that, we'll get this stream intro up there.
Nice. So, as we're waiting for Kel to come back, let's just recap what we want to do. So, first of all, we find our, like, rogue investigation team. Used to be hardened criminals, but now on the street trying to fight the crimes that they used to commit.
Let's find our rogue team. Our rogue detectives.
Dun, dun, dun.
What's a rogue
detective?
detective?
Sorry?
I said, what's a rogue detective?
Well, it doesn't play by the rules,
I
but gets
understand
results.
that reference. Speak to Lord Wyatt,
Yeah.
who is the man that was turned to a tree.
Yeah.
But he got better.
Oh, are we meant to leave him alone for a while? God.
Don't worry, our bark is worse than our bite.
Oh.
Oh no.
Maybe we should branch out into some other jokes before we lose people.
Cal. Cal.
Cal.
What have you
Sappy.
done? Kel's
What?
having some major computer issues.
Oh. Oh dear.
He may have just lost
It was very
internet entirely.
May have been very sudden. Like, is he messaging you or something through his phone?
It's on the Invictwitch.
Okay.
It sounds like the heat is so bad in his area that the provider for his internet may have actually like overheated.
Wow.
Gosh darn. All right. We are finding our rogue detectives. We are speaking to Lord Wyatt, the man who was turned to a tree.
We should talk to the king as well. Jonathan has that conversation with the king. Tell him about the
Talk
cast.
to the king. Also, look for ourselves at the body of the diplomat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I have a sneaking suspicion. My suspicion is that she's not actually dead.
That is a very
Because
interesting
they found-
suspicion.
Yeah. There's a scam in real world. It's called the blessing scam. It tends to target elderly Chinese women and it convinces them that an evil spirit threatens their family, and that this threat can be removed by a blessing ceremony. Involved a bag filled with their savings or jewels or money. And so during the ceremony, to get rid of this evil spirit, the conman switches out the bag of valuables with an identical bag. So it's like you have gotten rid of the evil spirit as I take away all of your material possessions. I'm wondering if this sack of meat, because everyone's like, yes, it's a diplomat from Krivia. It's like, well, no one actually has identified it as her. It sounds like it's a bit of an assumption. They took a sample from the tooth, and it's like, yes, this stuff that is the tooth is the same stuff that was found in the hallway. It's like, is it actually a person? How did they have DNA or whatever essence thing they're doing of her before they did this test, or are they just testing whatever was in the hallway against what was in the tooth? So, I think that this is another setup. I don't know why, but I think this is a setup. I don't think that person is actually dead.
Interesting.
And I think Tarala might be able to help with that. Because we know her name, we could send a message to her on the wind. So if she's alive, she'll get it. Right?
But you won't know that. Will you know that the person received the message?
She can't necessarily respond, but that is something you could try to do.
But if she's, evil, it's like, ha ha ha, the jig is up. So is it a sort of message that you'd send, being like, hey bitch, or is it a general like, knock knock, just letting you know when nearby, darling. I don't know.
I'm gonna be right back. If that's okay with you folks.
That's okay.
Grab some
I'll hold
water.
down the fort.
Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, good. It looked like I realized what actually had happened. Because I had my headphones on, I didn't hear the fuse in the back of my thing pop.
Ooh.
Oh no.
It's a heat thing. It's okay. It was just that the circuit breaker just was like, nope. Give me a few minutes, and I just popped it back in after. Like once I looked over there, I'm like, oh, you're off. Okay.
Right.
It just knocked the power out of my modem.
All right. Cool. Well, that's good.
I'm glad you're okay.
Good, but
it's a bit of a heat wave over here. Let me get the metric index on my thermometer.
I'm half expecting you to go, it's a bit of a heat wave over here. It's like 32 degrees. And I'll be like, oh.
Well, no, I mean, for us, it's for Michigan, like for instance, it's right now 29 Celsius, which that's not the thing. It's the fact that we have a high heat index going on. So it's that and high humidity that where everything is like we've got a 70% humidity going on, and it's getting a little nasty. Like for Fahrenheit, a normal temperature is about 70. Right now for Celsius, it's about 90 with a heat index of 100. Or not that's just with Fahrenheit. It's about 90 with a heat index of 105.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah.
Well, I apologize. Considering everyone else has been ducking on and off, I too might take this opportunity to duck to the bathroom. So I will.
That's fine.
Oh, I see how it is.
Yeah. But yeah, so right now it's about 40 Celsius in Detroit with the heat index.
40 Celsius. Okay, that's kind of hot.
Yeah. Especially when you're used to being a month where it's nice and chilly. Where for you, for us, 10 degrees Celsius is beach weather.
Shake my head. I don't actually like the heat. Like, like 20 degrees is where I say, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. 20 degrees is good. But beyond that,
that's about 70 for us. So that's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 68 actually.
That unfortunately means absolutely nothing to me.
Well, no. That like 20 is like I was saying, for me, a day that I like is 70 Fahrenheit. You
okay.
just said 20 is enough, so that's just a little bit colder than my top. Like, oh, this is perfect weather.
Okay.
And like at 80 Fahrenheit, which is 26, that's when computer components can start getting damaged. Fortunately, I have an air conditioner and a fan right next to it, so I don't think my components have any issue with that. I think it was just that because it's in the same thing. The thing I did to kind of ease things off, because I suddenly noticed also my AC wasn't on and it's plugged into the wall. They were both in the same wall port, so I think that's what caused the fuse to blow. So I just plugged them into separate ports, so they're drawing different powers.
Cool.
I am back, my friends. What did I miss?
The thrilling story of Celsius versus Fahrenheit.
Oh, yes! Mothra wins.
Yeah, so right now it's about 30 Celsius over here in Detroit.
Yeah, my house was reaching 28, 29 Celsius inside, so I feel ya.
Yeah, we've also got a high humidity. It's like 75% humidity, so it's like gross.
Wow, yeah. What is also gross is that dead body we're going to have to investigate. I don't know if you were there for Vey saying that her theory about maybe the diplomat isn't really dead and they're just like bringing dead body parts with them for some reason. Or like killed somebody and spread their... It sounds like a mystery, and we're going to solve loads of mysteries today, folks, and it's going to go, well, is Vey here or muted?
She just needed to pop off for a moment, so...
Okay, no worries.
Are we still in the Skype call?
Yes, you should just be able to quick rejoin.
Hey guys, I'm almost back. Sorry for the delay.
No worries.
That is Anne.
Okay. One.
Your cable.
Just.
Oh gosh. So, I feel like have we been cursed? Is this the Invictwitch? It seems like whenever we try to do this bonus session, there's like gremlins, sickness spirits. It's like, what have we done to like annoy the fates?
What have you done? What have you done, Plucky?
What haven't I done is a better question.
All right. Are we still streaming?
We are still streaming. Yeah, we've been streaming this entire time. Didn't even go to the break screen.
Nice. We have not stopped.
Nice.
All right, guys. So
let's do this.
We need to find our rogue detectives. We need to speak to Lord Wyatt, the man who was turned into a tree at the unfortunate party.
Yes.
We also need to talk to the king. We need to look for ourselves at this body of the diplomat.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to... I'm kind of stuck on the... Do we want to find Jonas? Is it probably best if we don't? Yeah.
I'm sure we'll bump into him. Knowing our luck, right? It'd be another awkward encounter with our favorite Earth aspect.
Would it... Hang on, I'm actually reloading the stream so I can get that up as well.
Yeah, I think you'll need to your mic in Skype.
Okay, I just spilled water on my keyboard. This is not good.
Oh, Plucky!
You're right, Plucky. We are cursed.
I'm really sorry for this, viewers, and thank you very much for sticking through it with us.
I'm very sorry.
Are we ready to keep going, or do we need to keyboard?
I can talk, but I'm going to be like dabbing my keyboard and hoping that it's a very expensive one, so I'm hoping it's pretty waterproof-esque, and I think the
I'm
drop.
glad you chose the word dab.
Sorry?
Glad you chose the word dab. Thank you, Vay.
Vay, are you on Bifrost, or are you on the other one?
I'm on Bifrost. Would
Okay,
you like
cool.
me to switch?
No. I'm just checking. Your video's coming in a little choppy.
You're coming in a little choppy.
Am I? You don't have any sort of Steam or something like that running, do you?
No, they are all closed.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because you said that to me last time.
I checked it earlier and I specifically turned it off.
Okay.
Oh,
well,
look, is that a finger? So yeah,
So where were we? I'm terribly sorry.
We were heading up. We're just about to get started. We're just recapping for ourselves where we were, what we were doing. So we haven't I feel like we haven't yet fully immersed ourselves into the roleplay, so it's fine.
Okay.
We've talked about things where we've spoken about how Tarala feels about Jonas, if she wants to talk to him now or later, and it's no mission first. It's okay, that we've stated what our mission is at the moment until more spanners are thrown in the works.
Or obelisks.
Jonathan definitely has an idea of what he's going to do with that rune that we found, that I don't think we can reverse what's happened to his dad, but we can certainly maybe do something else. I don't understand enough of sorcery, and Sagacious Hand even less so, I'm fine with just going, he does the thing.
Is that an out of character, I don't think we can do this, or is that an in character, I don't think we can do this?
I don't think I said I don't think we can do this. Did I?
No, as in reversing what's happened to King Alexander.
Oh. The information that we got regarding sorcery, I did a roll in the last session. What I do know of sorcery is that sorcery, a spell, can't be reversed. You can't undo something that's been done.
Mm-hmm.
So what's happened to Marcus, or should I say what's happened to Phoebus, I don't think we can undo that. We might be able to change it in some way. I don't know if it's a sorceress working or a spell. I don't know what it is, but what I do know about sorcery is you can't just undo it. What's done has been done. Whatever we do now needs to work around what is now a stable part of has happened.
Yeah, so ordinarily by the rules it would be another sorceress working, but we're being a bit free on that end right now, if you know what I mean. Because Jonathan isn't really a fully fledged sorcerer anyway. He's just sort of working with some talent, predefined talent and pre-work. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I've had this problem with a group in the past, so I just want to make sure. Formica outright said that this could be done. This is what you need to do, and so it can be done. To sever the link between Phoebus and Alexander.
Did she know how?
No.
Okay.
What, do you think this is going to be one of those games where they have a step-by-step guide in our mission window? And we just have to walk to point A? Oh, sweet
As long
summer
as we
child,
do it
you.
Within 10 minutes, we won't be decommissioned. It'll be great.
If you look down into your journal and you open up to the page, and it's like, Formica has, died and disappeared. You need to collect 400 zebra hooves.
This is just a random bit of letters. I can't even read this. Why give me a journal if I can't read?
Oh,
400 zebra hooves, but somehow we're going to get there, and we're going to find a zebra that has no hooves, and then one that somehow has 6.
But you won't know that the zebra has no hooves until after you kill it.
Exactly.
it got damaged from your sword strikes.
Savage! Savage!
I just like the
RNG
idea of one zebra
loot.
stealing hooves from the others. That's what I like. It's like, why have you got no hooves? And then meanwhile, I've got 2 extra. Look at me. I'm the king of the zebras.
They really behoove you.
George, stop.
Okay, let's get our game face on. Serious time, folks. Let's roleplay.
Alright, serious time. I rolled 2 successes to try and instill some friendship with these guards over the past day.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cool. Can I read intentions to see if the friendship took?
That sounds like a great idea.
So I guess I'll do several rolls, read motivations and stuff. If anyone, because other people with better dice pools haven't tried this.
Yes, we should let
Tarala could.
we should let Kalis. No, you shouldn't, folks.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna spend the willpower so don't bother.
wait, I was gonna say Tarala can look around, like she can see what's going on and take a look. And now she has that sweet specialty in Kaldor because of Friend to All Nations.
All right, I have got a 2 success. To read. Can I see if the friendship has taken?
Yes, they have a minor tie of friendship towards you. You're a fairly charismatic, charming guy. It's hard not to like you. You'd have to murder someone close to them for them to change their mind.
Or like hold a knife to the prince's throat. Right now, I'm joking.
So, yeah, you have to actually be proven to have murdered somebody, not simply been accused of murder of somebody.
All right, are we good to go?
Yeah.
I
Who
am.
greets us as we walk up to the castle door?
All right. As you walk up to the castle door, you're stopped by the door. No. Sorry. Okay, no, game face on.
Doors can't stop Kalis! Boom!
Technically true.
In Kaldor, Kalis stops you.
There is a commotion in the courtyard prior to actually reaching the keep proper, where it's the best way to describe this. I don't know why this is so hard in my head. So while you've been gone, plans have unfolded. Things have kept moving. People have been doing the things they had always intended to do, shaped a little bit by your actions and your interactions, but unless you've directly prohibited them from doing something they were already planning to do, then it goes ahead and happens. And so right here in this courtyard, as before you get to the keep door, there's a large gathering of people, which will call for a music change.
You say there was a commotion.
Yeah, a commotion.
Kalis whips out his flute and makes a whistle sound to there's like a large commotion. He's gonna like boop, and then if you're like, what is going on? What is with all this commotion?
I have a question.
Yes.
I just realised the lantern that holds the exigence would it be stealthed with Shadow if I gave it to him to keep?
Technically, yes. Are you going to give it
I
to
don't
Shadow?
like that there's a technically added on that, so I won't give it to Shadow because I do not like that technically.
What? What does technically mean?
Technically is not a firm yes. That is a.
But it's the best kind of correct.
Technicality. So
Well,
I
like
have
when you
taken-
hand him things, they don't just vanish. Like he's just really good. It's not magic. He's not magically invisible. He's just really good at. Do you remember Crook in a Basket?
Yes.
It's that. Essentially.
How long is the walk up to from?
Half an hour.
From the half an hour. How many motes do we recover in half an hour?
5.
No,
No,
that's a
0.
No?
Oh no, so we don't know. That's an hour.
Have you spent some at the gate?
Okay. Okay, I'm deciding if can I do a larceny roll to disguise the lantern exigence as something else?
Absolutely.
Possibly as a ring.
Do you like my hat?
It's a goose.
And I think it would look good in green.
Yes, you can. Is the answer to your question.
Okay, I will do that. One success! Wow, I'm not on my game. That's 2 botches that could have been. That's really dangerous.
You are on a -4 penalty, so don't sweat the small stuff just now. Bloody. Sorry, my mouse is playing silly buggers with me.
So what was the crowd's
What,
reaction to my?
what are you disguising it as? Like, are you just hiding under
An
your cloak
owl.
or
I'm disguising it as an owl.
perched on your shoulder?
That I'm holding a cage with an owl inside it. And,
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, right.
And like, yeah.
Cool. So as I was saying, there is a commotion. There's a large crowd of people here. And at first it's not obvious what's going on. There's just sort of the cries and jeers of commotion. It's a commotion. If Kalis can, using his towering 10-foot eyes, I mean, his eyes atop his towering 10-foot frame.
My eyes are 10 foot. Wow. I can see for miles, folks.
His eyes on his 10-foot frame
Now, Kalis.
can see
Kalis
straight
has
over
become
the crowd.
Kalis has become a cartoon. Like he has become the cartoon wolf. Eyes bugged out.
Sorry.
What is going on with this bonus session is cursed. That's what it is. So, Kalis can see over the heads of the crowd of people. It's this music. That's what's bothering me. It's a fight ring. I'll just be upfront about it. It's a fight ring. People are combating each other for fun. There's a big crowd watching.
It is like the fighting pigs of Nexus, but smaller and he says in a more hushed tone, less impressive. No offense, Jonathan.
If something is happening without you, it's always going to be less impressive.
No, that is not true, because when you do stuff and I'm not around, I hear it's very impressive.
Aw. Thank you.
And you too, JP. You are very impressive as well.
Why, thank you.
And you're becoming more and more impressive by the day, Jonathan. Oh, let's stop this now. This is going to get out of hand. I can't have compliments everywhere.
I'm going to ask Righteous Lotus to tell us, do you know who the participants are? Like,
Can
what's
she
going
see?
on? Is this a regular...
I'll lift her up so she can see.
Oh, she can see.
I'm just picturing him just picking her up by the back of the just being like, what do you see?
I've got a lantern too. No, jokes.
Oh, okay. Have we all had funny bites today or something? What's going on with this OC chatter?
I get a little giggly in the mornings.
I prefer it when you're all tired and sedate.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, so. Wow, no, sorry, that's broken the mood for me. 1 second. I'm gonna find something better. How about this one? Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't recognize the guard wearing a tunic. Although if Sagacious Hand takes a quick look, he knows it's one of his guards. Or not guards. The person he's up against, though, is not someone that Sagacious Hand recognizes. And Righteous Lotus isn't certain if it's who she suspects it is. But Miserly Weathered Page has been known to be followed about by a cohort. A man of great martial prowess, with hand and foot. He'd trained with the Immaculate Monks across the different regions, and then come here into the 100 Kingdoms and basically sold his skills. And he is winning. He's beating the snot out of this guy. It's not hugely violent. The other guard won't sort of perish from this battle, but he is completely outmatched.
In which case, Kalis is going to go do the beep, and he's going to be like, no, this is all wrong. And first of all, why have you not shown your deference to your tribe chieftain's son? Surely he should have, if any bout of honor is happening, surely he should have had the first say on this. I assume the king's not there. Can I see the king?
No,
with my
the king's not
10-foot
here.
eyes?
No.
So I'm effectively, what I'm going to do is like strut up there with all the moxie of like a Nexus Pitfire and go, no, this is all wrong. No, you back, and like sort of go into the fight arena and sort of try and break it up and like go, no, this will not do. Like,
All right, you burst through the crowd. You tell everyone that it's not going to do. Everyone stops and looks at you. You're huge. Everyone's eyes are on you.
who have formally started this? Where's the officiant?
The trained monk sort of just rubs his hands. It's just a friendly bout.
No, this will not do. I heard in Caldor there were warriors, and this is not fitting of warriors.
I'm sorry?
Yes, you should be. Don't worry. I will show you how it is done. If the people of Caldor want to see a true friendly bout between warriors, so we should put on a show for them. Yes?
Oh, you want to fight? Okay, why didn't you say so? All this grandstanding and going strange all over the place, it's ridiculous. That is unbefitting of a warrior. There's no honor in that. You lack honor.
What did you just say? Because I want to put on a good show and make sure that it is properly introduced, especially when we're in presence of royalty. And he sort of defers and like drops to a knee, assuming this would please Crown Prince Jonathan Marcus, first of his name. I believe that any show of prowess should be properly officiated in your kingdom. It should be shown the proper ceremonies, especially in the castle grounds, huh?
Okay. Are you attempting to socialize at the situation? Because what are you talking about?
What am I talking about? Like, from Kaelus's point of view, this looks like a very much ceremony performance show bout to show off the prowess of two warriors.
Okay.
He from his own tribe, like when things like this, like there's a decorum to things, like there will be a whole ceremony and show, and it's not just like. It's not like children scrapping in the street. And like the Crown Prince's hit, they are not going through the proper performance of making this, fitting of the gravity that should be to the situation. So he's like, no, even the Pits of Nexus, they had performance before this. This is in the heart of the tribe center, and you're just having what he considers like a street fight, like you might find in one of the bars of Nexus. And this is not. Even I know this is not fitting for the situation. So, basically, he's gonna break up the fight and then make it have the performance it deserves. If the others will help me with this, as he looks over to Scacia's hand and.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sorry. I was just thrown because what you described, you thought it is exactly what it is. There's absolutely nothing official about this. They just.
No, exactly. Yeah.
But it doesn't have to be official, so it's I'm sorry, I was just thrown.
I mean, that's what Kaelus is. He's trying to throw them off. They're like, this wasn't official. Why is this suddenly official? What? Why are we suddenly having a show bout from the prince? And the Kaelus is like, exactly, animal cunning, my friends.
Describe.
So he starts. So as Kaelus is striding the crowd's attention, he moves aside the injured guardsman that I presume he recognizes from the jailbreak.
Yes, you would recognize him.
Yes. Yeah, so he moves into one side and he's like, please, disperse. Step back, this ring of crowd, step back. Grand Prince Jonathan Marcus, first of your name, would you please do me the honor of standing here? And he brings him forward.
Okay, so Jonathan is still carrying the sack of bones.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
So it's just he's gonna find it really awkward suddenly being thrusted into the limelight. He's carrying a sack of bones.
It's character building. What can I
I'm just letting you know that's why he feels very awkward right now and is leaping to go along with you. So yeah, he
Look, you're getting very over-enthusiastic with the support of the fight. It hasn't even started yet.
It's only 1 a.m. here.
Okay. He lets himself be moved into the middle of the arena. He's just gonna try and hold this little sack of bones as regally as he can. I know what music I need.
Out of character, bearing this in mind, did you still want him to go into the ring, Kenneth? Holding the bones?
I mean, I just wanted him to I didn't want him to. I'm not bringing him into the center of the ring. I'm imagining there's going to be a place of prominence where he can watch over it. I'm just getting him to the prime spot.
He is so moved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fantastic. I am Kaelus Koldan of the. How do I pronounce this out? Ebullient Excelsior, I am friend to Caldor people. It would honor me if you allowed me to fight on behalf of Caldor, my friends, who I hold so dear. Looks for a nod from Jonathan.
Yeah, he's all for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And who do I have the honor of fighting against?
While Kalis is doing that, I'm going to help lead that guard away as surreptitiously as I can, and speak to that guard over like what he's found, and like pass him like a handkerchief or something, and be like, "You okay, man? Well, like what? Who started this? What's going on?" And get more information on the situation.
Okay.
Yeah, such a good team, Ray. Such a good team.
Tarala.
It's called Misdirection.
Yes.
Are you doing anything or?
So let's see. So Han just got the one guy away. Kalis is getting things ready. So Kalis is being the fighter. Tarala. Yes, Kalis.
I've already got like a way to introduce you into the scene. If you give me a few minutes, you're welcome to do other stuff, but I have planned about how you can interact if you wish.
I mean, that's fine. I wasn't sure how I was going to deal with this because I was not expecting, the Kumite to happen today.
I mean, I wasn't planning this. It's just like kind of found myself in this situation.
But I was originally just gonna start, with a little, like to kind of like almost in the midst of everything, give it a little bit more pizzazz by like as the fighters get ready, little fire dust thing, little tiny spritzes as they get into their positions and everything. Make this a little bit more of a spectacle, as it were.
Who do I have the honor of facing?
Well, since you've decided to just barge on in here, uninvited, and make yourself in the center of the ring, I suppose you have the honor of fighting me. The crowd goes, ooh.
This is me, and which homeland do you hail from, me?
He laughs. From over there.
I have not heard of over there. This is me from homeland of over there, facing off against Caldor's named champion, Kalis Kodan. But before any fight happens, there must be a proper warm-up ceremony from the exotic lands of fire and sand and mystery. Comes a dancer whose grace will enthrall you. And he starts drumming on his chest to make the drum beats.
All right, so Tarala getting this starts again, quick on her feet as far as that goes. Starts dancing around, and like as she does, she's kind of making little gestures for people to back up as she actually is sort of assembling a small ring with little tiny spritzes of fire dust in a circle, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
So that as when she finishes her dance, twirls, things like that, her hand comes down, ignites it, and creates kind of a ring of fire around them. It's not a lot. It's a small one, as if to be like, it's to be like, now we've got some scenery. Now we've got a backdrop. It makes it look more showy.
Now, I actually had a stunt planned for Tarala since like a few months ago. We never got a chance to do it, so I don't know if Tarala has had a bath and changed outfits or not, but the outfit that Sagacious Hand had given her as you're twirling, like you see him gesture from the crowd, like to pull the pin, and as your hand moves and takes the brooch out, all the ruffles that were covering the back of your sword, as they fall down and sweep to make almost the tango dress, so it's actually a form-fitting black underneath, with this now forming the red and orange and yellow flame of a phoenix tail to trail behind her.
Yeah. I was actually going to ask about that because there was a trick to this dress, and out of character, I was like, pull the pin. It was pull what? Was it a cord of pin? So yeah, so we'll end with that. Like as she does her encircling, like the symbol, like all that symbolism of the phoenix and everything, as the flames come up to provide the ring. That said, they will note it is not a full ring. There is a space so people can enter and exit without having to worry about burning up.
Are you guys doing social actions here, or are we just describing the scene?
I am kind of doing this to kind of get the crowd a little bit more like yeah, let's put on a show, because we're again trying to get people, like especially for the Excelsior, make them more like, yeah, we like the Excelsior, we like this sort of thing, this showmanship, we want more of this sort of thing, like enhance like the emotions of joy, entertainment, that sort of thing.
All right, cool.
Unless it wasn't clear, I mean, I can roll for instance, but Kalis is continuing to build on his positioning as like a friend of Caldor. He's like offered himself up a champion, so he's kind of cementing that idea in the people that he's fighting for the people. He's a friend of the nation of Caldor and Crown Prince Jonathan. So.
Are you doing a supplemental sexy?
I mean,
1,000 courtesan ways?
I mean, it probably goes without saying that Caldor, like Kalis, if he doesn't mention it, just assume he's doing some sort of, if that's okay with you, Al, because it's like it can be rolled into, I think, any social influence role. Let me just double check that.
Yes, it can.
That he will be like basically swooning hearts, and like whether he follows up with that, he'll be just inspiring those feelings of, or instilling them. You pick it as appropriate, like to applicable people. All
right.
If I don't say, if that's okay with you, Elka.
That's fine. Just make your rolls, please.
All right.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Everyone gets a 2 points done.
All right, cool. And I'm going to spend 4 motes on audience enthusiasm display, which it gives me 2 automatic successes, and I ignore the penalty to targeting multiple people.
Cool.
What's the base result for the crowd?
Is 1.
Okay.
All right, so I get 2 bonus dice. And just for the record, would this be appearance or charisma, or appearance or charisma for this?
Charisma.
Cool. Just wanted to check.
Can I? Would you classify this as a performance or a presence? I mean, they're both the same, so I don't know why I'm asking. But...
The difference between performance and presence is interpersonal. Performance is your not just you're performing to, not just you're trying to influence a large group of people, but you have a structured, pre-planned, written performance, oration, dance, song, something to give out. So if it's all made up on the spot,
I feel that this is like, I'd argue that this, though this specific performance this is something that he's done over and over again in the like pits of Nexus. This is like setting up a show, a show of prowess, like a combat show. If that's okay with you, Al, that's definitely how I'd like to.
Drawing on your past performances makes this a performance role. You could also make it a presence role if you really wanted to.
Yeah.
I was just saying that you have those options. Just
Yeah.
depending,
Oh,
it really
fantastic,
depends on
that's
how you engage with it is to what it is.
Activating performance enhancing exercise, or like the base performance charm. Which... Cool.
I got a total of 9 successes, and I did not burn the willpower because I actually needed that one to top off.
Sorry, I'm having a mental brain freeze, folks. Like maths, like when I'm this tired, it's difficult. That's 8. Plus 5 from my dice is 13, 15. $17. Not 107 plugin. That's way too much. I'm putting the willpower in there. Okay. That is 10.
Okay.
That's 13 successes.
Kel, did you get your roll out there? I didn't see it come up.
Yeah, it was a total of 9 successes.
9. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's also attempted to further the intimacy to people like of the we got the show, the Evelyn Excelsior, like the furthering, bringing about the Evelyn Excelsior and everything. The emotional tie of fun.
Yeah, cool. So, the reason I have this music playing right now is because this is a moment of jubilation for you. Like, you haven't necessarily returned the conquering heroes, so to speak, but you've got a plan. You know what you want to do, and you can get it done. This is easy. This is less than a Tuesday for Sagacious Hand and Kalis Kadan. This is something you can all do just in stride. You can just sweep in, take over a crowd, turn them about, and remind them why you are the ebullient Excelsior. Everyone take your expression bonuses.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Yay.
While this... Sorry, when you're ready...
Sorry, yes, here I am.
Okay, cool. You manage to pull the guard off to the side. The guard. Your man on the inside. Off to the side. He's got a puffy lip. He's covered in a heavy sheet of sweat. He has that very man smell about him. At least he's had a bath since he was in the prison. Like, he smelled worse earlier. When you do get him off to the side, he... Oh, thanks for getting me out of there. It's really getting my ass handed to me, eh?
Why this startup?
Oh, it's just like... yeah. He doesn't really answer the question.
I'm about to go speak to the king. You didn't happen to find anything last night you might be able to take to him, either as yourself or your friends?
Oh, yeah. We looked into it. So, like, a few things. Those remains, the skin, the back, ribs. It was a bloody mess. Bloody awful. all over the place. You know, have you ever tried to get?
Yeah. Yep. And keep going, but not about that. What did you find?
Right. Well, like, the girl who was killed had a tattoo on her back. Right. It was a big white fox.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Big white fox on the back. Tattoo.
Did the Righteous Lotus is with me, so did the diplomat from Krivia have a tattoo?
Lorelei? Mark her skin? Never.
Okay, so there is a dead person, but not Lorelei.
Who the fuck's Lorelei?
They're saying that the body was the diplomat from Krivia.
Right. Where's that then?
Look to Righteous Lotus.
Well, she was right dead. Probably couldn't have survived. Wasn't much left, you know, mostly just big flaps of skin, most of the meat, muscle, bone, that was all taken out. Ugh.
Could you retrace the steps? Do you know why she was out of her room? Or who she was?
Nope. It's in the hallway though, heading towards the king's chambers. Assuming that the way it was facing was the way it was traveling. Maybe it was just running away from something. Oh, and Wedge, me old mate from he's the guy who, you probably don't want to know about that. He says that, like, aside from the fact that this thing was, like, brutalized, you know, this girl, she's just had her insides ripped out, like, you know, there wasn't actually much in the way of damage on the outer bits. It's like a big flabby skin bag. He said you might want to know that. Do you want to know that? Have I done good? Am I good? Are we good?
Yeah, you having fun? There's a few more minutes of general friendly banter, making sure he's okay. But if that's all the information he has, I don't know what else to ask. Yeah, please help me out, Pluck.
Did he find anything about the poisoning? That was the other thing that they were meant to look into. Like, any more evidence to uncover about the poisoning?
Yes, good question.
Ask.
Has he? Ask about that.
The poisoning. Yeah. There's like a lot of girls running around in the service area that right ought not be there. I know some of them. So I, you know, had a chat, and there's two things. First of all, the king was getting poisoned, but not with like a sick poison. More like a you know when you haven't had something to eat for a long time, a long time, and and then you come across like this big, juicy, cheesy, meaty burger. No.
I get
Cupcake?
your
Biscuit?
get your drift.
Yeah. It's like puts the fire in the.
Ew. Just the king.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the king. Yeah, they had
Do you know
control
who-
over everyone's drinks, and no one slipped anything into anything except the kings. It might be hard to get them to come forward with this, because they kind of poisoned the king. So they might want some sort of not getting killed deal, so that they can help you out.
As witnesses. All right. Do you know how to write?
No.
No. Reckon you could tell me the names,
Of
please? Your friends. Yeah. Look.
I kind of promised, and you know how promises are, they kind of weigh you down sometimes, make you rethink all of your life's choices right up until now.
Yeah. But part of if they've done this thing, don't you reckon then it might need the same sort of redemption? And I'm gonna activate. I think it's called dissonance.
Dissonance.
Hang on. No, it's not that one. I'll activate. Nah, never mind. Won't do that. So yeah, I'll just like to try and convince him to share the names in the spirit of, you can trust me. I'm not going to hand them in. I just need to know their names so I can speak to them, and so there's less of a go-between.
Okay.
So, do you want me to roll for that, or can I just... Are we speeding, or what?
Yeah, no. We'll skip the roll on that one.
Okay, so I grabbed the names of the people.
It's three girls in particular. They are the girls who... The serving girls who looked after everybody's drinks that night.
Okay.
He seems quite sure that this information can be corroborated with any official you bother to bring to bear.
Okay. I can't think of anything more other than giving him a slap on the back, telling him, we're bringing up some food from the Ebulant Excelsior. I'm sure there's some of the food down there is being in chillers. So if you want to grab something for your eye, you're welcome to it.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. I might just do that. That'd be real good.
Sounds like a cheesy meat burger.
Yeah.
Bye.
Are we done? When does this, end? It's gonna end, right?
Now, see, I want to say this what and just gaslight this poor guy, but I'll leave it at yeah. It ends whenever you want it to end.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I have no idea.
Okay, it was like, because when we previously talked about our character, you were like, yeah, like they're kind of stuck in it to like the spirit of the agreement, which was like serving Caldor until their retirement.
Yeah, look, it does end. If he doesn't want to serve Caldor anymore, then
He can just
whatever.
nod.
Like, if yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Face the concert,
it's fine.
face
It's
the
like he
music.
doesn't have to serve Caldor anymore. But if he decides, you know what, raping and pillaging is the right thing to do, that's when it's going to go kapow back on it. So does yeah okay? Sorry, does he? What I'm just gonna talk. Does he want to? Does he not want to be a citizen of Caldor?
Well, he's a
I'll just engage
criminal
in the
by.
conversation.
Okay, he's a criminal by trade. Right. When you first
by trade or by necessity?
by trade.
Like he said specifically, oh, you know, when you haven't had enough to eat so much that, you know, it hurts. And I'm like, oh shit. So that sounds like he is a criminal because of necessity, not because, you know, it would be great assassinating people. So what sort of criminal is he? Is he bad guy?
Do you remember Coriando?
Oh wow, poor Coriando.
He would essentially be Coriando. This guy, like, this guy is not the serial killer.
Okay. Okay, does he want to stay in Caldor? Because it's until he retires. You know, like, and he's been serving Caldor, he's been trying to find a criminal and whatnot. Does he want to go back to his criminal ways? Does he want to stay in Caldor?
You know what? No one's ever asked him that before. This
Yeah.
puts him in a real bind, trying to come up with an answer for you. He's not sure.
Well, then I'm going to give him an open option to think about it in the next couple of days, based on whether or not, you know, like, proving one's innocence. Like, innocence is pretty important to an innocent person. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on right now. So if those matters are cleared up successfully, I'm going to offer him a job. It's like, you know, a legitimate paying job. He can put his skills at sleight of hand and stuff to a use that isn't, like, you know, that will earn him money rather than stealing money. And, you know, think it over. There's already a picnic. Sample the food before you go.
The moment you mention this offer to him and take a breath, he says yes.
Right, if just so we're clear, if you betray me or anyone else, like, you're a dead man. You got that, right?
Oh, I'd never betray you. Like, that wouldn't happen.
Yeah, alright. Alright, cool. Then officially give you notice, do the due diligence, and see you in a few days.
Right, yeah. And he sort of glances over. Looks like your friend's having a bit of fun. Kalis, Tirala. How
Yes.
long does this ridiculous pomp go on for?
You mean the setup of the arena and everything?
Yeah.
She tries to make it like take no more than like a minute or so, like just enough for them to get ready, like stretch out, because obviously this one guy's already been in a fight, so give him a chance to limber back up, get ready for another bout. Like she want because she knows Kalis likes an honorable bout, wants this to be fair, gives him a little bit of time to work out any kinks or anything like that, like 1 or 2 minutes just to set the thing up.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does the structure of this look like? That's a question for both of you.
Well, the ring, I was originally going to say a circle, but no, we got to be right, and we got to do it as an octagon. Because that's just what it is. So, and the flame barrier, like I said, it's not a lot of fire dust. It's enough to maybe get like just a little bit of a glow around, like enough to like the initial, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To like set up boundaries. Like in case one of them falls on it, the most that might happen is it wouldn't be like, it wouldn't even be a bonfire. It'd be more like the glowing coals, where unless you're actually sitting on it for a while, it's not going to actually hurt you.
Cool. And so what I was trying to determine, Jonathan is put somewhere. Sorry, my mouse is really starting to annoy me. Jonathan is set up somewhere prominent, and everyone's around. You've got the fire going on, and once that's all set up, is Kalish just gonna throw on down with this guy, or?
We've done the instructions, so he'll wait and the bout can begin. Like, I mean, is this person a trivial opponent, or is this a considerable threat? Do we want to have the actual combat, or do we want to just cinematic? I don't know if this character is actually he obviously can beat up a mortal. Is he actually a challenge for Kalis? Because I know trivial opponents have different rules for those viewers at home. So.
Okay. For the sake of transparency, yes, he is utterly mortal. But he is a highly skilled mortal. So
that's fine.
He could possibly give you a run for your money if, you weren't throwing down all the excellency dice constantly. I suppose the question I would ask is, would you fight him without essence, or with only just enough essence?
Oh, Kalis will be using his gifts. I feel that, to not be who you are, and not to give your opponent the respect of being all out is kind of disrespectful. In nature, the wolf doesn't jump out, startle the prey, and then just walk off, and then now you've got a head start, and then obviously some wolves do. Some wolves hound their prey and then their pack. But that was a bad example, folks.
Some predators like the taste of adrenaline.
Yeah, the bear doesn't catch the salmon. It's now you know I'm here, and I'm going to catch you. Go back in and try harder next time. Do you know what I mean? This is not
I get
catch
what you
and
mean.
release.
I get what you mean.
This is
in that case, if you're going to blow motes on it, describe to me how you thoroughly pummel this guy into the ground.
Fantastic. Right. Kalis will take the measure of his opponent, so he'll do the circling. His ultimate useful tube will swirl above his head, creating that whooshing sound. It acts as a distraction, gladiators might have their trident that they prod at and like just at, like when really the net is the issue, and the net in this case is Kaelus's left hand, its giant palm that once the opponent will like jab and furry at him, and he'll dodge like gracefully like a dancer and work it into almost like a performance of dance and grace, and then at 1 second he'll grab the hand, and that is when terror will probably wash over that person's face as he realizes he's been played all along. The iron grip on his arm as he flings him behind him and starts swirling him around in the air, around and around until like his bearings are like, he lets him go as he like sort of stumbles around, and Kaelus is on him like a tiger pouncing on his prey, dropping him to the down, pinning him before slamming his ultimately useful staff onto his arm, pinning it with him, getting up to showbout to the crowd. You see, no champion can stand amongst Cawdor's friends. Together we are strong. Together there is no obstacle we can overcome. With the true spirit of Cawdor behind me, your enemies will have to prostrate themselves before us. So me, when you're ready to rise and admit that Cawdor is honorable in combat, Cawdor is a worthy opponent of respect, please do so. He needs strength 5 to lift up his arm and get up because he's pinned with my Heartstone at the moment.
He does not have strength 5.
Yeah, so I'm going to wait to see, because he was very disrespectful to Kaelus, whether he knows it or not, by like giving his name and saying he's from over there. So like Kaelus is going to like wait to see, like he may have not known me wasn't a name, but over there is a common phrase he's heard a lot, and he is quite sure that probably over there is not a real place, and this guy was being like a bravado, like if that's okay for me to have that impression. Yeah. So like now Kaelus is like waiting for him to humble himself and like shed some of that bravado and like actually accept respect for Kaelus and the people of Cawdor and the king, crown prince, because he's kind of been disrespectful in his like opening announcement. So just want to see what he does.
Tirala, are you just watching this spectacle?
She is kind of she herself is kind of like whenever a blow happens or something, like she kind of like any slam to the ground or things like that is marked by suddenly that like the nearest wall of the octagon flaming up as like her essence like she like just ignites the bits of like the grass and the fire dust around it, just to like to add an emphasis to anything. And it doesn't matter who's doing the blows, it's any blow that happens, like it's just to emphasize, like this should I guess be the second age equivalent of haptic feedback. So yeah, she is attempting to just make the spectacle more so, like just entertain the crowd more, because she's ceding the spotlight to Kaelus, but just trying to help improve his show.
So with Sagacious Hand conversing with Wedge, Lotus with him, Kaelus participating in a showy bout, and Tirala doing her utmost to increase the spectacle and performance of this bout, who is left to watch over the prince? And that's where we take our first break today.
Oh, I was going to say, Lance and Roger, obviously.
That is where we take our first break today. Thank you very much, everyone. I did let it go on a little bit longer than normal, just because we did have a lot of interruptions in that first bit. We're going to have a quick break. I'm going to have a quick debrief with the players. We're going to try and get this energy back up and raring, and dive straight back in and see how much more we can get done tonight. Thank you very much for sticking with us. We're not planning on ending anytime soon, just to put that out there. but there have been a lot of interruptions at the start, so I'm feeling a little distracted, so I do need to have a quick break. So we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
That's great.
Uncle, mute yourself, Budderino.
Oh, sorry.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for holding there with us. Unfortunately, it looks like Kel's ISP has gone completely down. They're in a bit of a heat wave plus humidity issue, so we're not going to be able to get Kel back in the foreseeable future. I've decided not to push on in this particular respect. So I'm really, really sorry, everybody, but yet again, this bonus session is getting cancelled. Hopefully, we'll have everyone together and no issues this coming weekend. Friday night for you people in the US, Saturday for those people in the Australasia or London area, Europe area, should I say. So I'm really, really sorry. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. Hope you've enjoyed the tunes. We'll see you around. Thanks so much.